And we're back on the road today. We're starting today's road trip in Clyde. This is a really beautiful historical town. I think we've shown it briefly before, but this is the main street with a collection of really awesome buildings here that I think date back to the 1800s.
Yeah, we absolutely adore it here in Clyde. But today is an exciting day because we're starting our journey towards the iconic Milford Sound. And today we're going to be riding to Te Anau, and there's only really one or two routes to get to Milford Sound. It's a very isolated area, so we have done a lot of these roads before, but I think a couple of them are going to be new. We've tried to route on a different way today, so we're going to be heading towards Alexandra and then cutting across to Te Anau, and then tomorrow we'll be riding that famous road from Te Anau to Milford Sound, where we'll take a cruise. So we're very excited today because it's blue skies, which means it should be a fantastic ride towards Te Anau.
So we passed on this bridge yesterday actually. In the previous episode we rode the famous Nevis road, which started, well, our journey started from here because there was a bonus little track taking us from Clyde up and over those mountains there. But today we're going to go the opposite direction as we head in the direction of Alexandra first. But the Nevis was awesome yesterday, wasn't it? On reflection,
yeah, it was. Real top day off-roading, and we were saying this morning over breakfast, weren't we, Sean, that we don't know how many other places in the world you could access that many water crossings on an actual road. It feels a very unique thing here in New Zealand, how many little gravel but technical and really adventurous offshoots there are, and the Nevis was, real one-of-a-kind road.
It was, wasn't it? It was brilliant. Yeah, testing at times. I think it is a perfect training playground as well. And if you were to ride that a few times, your skills would get improved vastly. It's got a bit of everything, hasn't it? So yeah, lots of fun. Some tense moments. Some of those water crossings we did yesterday were half a metre deep. They came up to Em's knees, so we measured Em's knees last night, and about half a metre, wasn't it? So that's a good gauge of the depth of them. A little bit deeper than I thought they were, to be honest.
Yeah, we measured. I kept saying yesterday in the episode that it was not going above my boot, and that's because my boot measures exactly 32 centimetres, and like we said, from probably 30 to 40 potential if you drop the bike is you could drown it. So we were kind of knowing that we could blast through the ones a little bit if they were under 30 centimetres without worrying too much, but the ones that were from my top of my boot to my knee would have been from 40 to 50, and that's a little bit more of a danger for getting stuck on the Nevis.
Yeah, absolutely. But seemed pretty tame today on the tarmac. Should be a nice relaxing ride, bit of new scenery. The Te Anau area is beautiful, isn't it? We were very briefly in that region last week, so time to hit the road.
Okay. What road is this, Sean?
I'm not sure, to be honest. It is a small one. I can't even see the name on the map. But this Kalimoto has planned this route. We're not actually going to Alexandra. This is like a little curvy one that skirts around the outside. I think it's quicker and it's a lot more fun. It's quite beautiful, really, unexpectedly.
Yeah, that is the Clough Station, High Country. Yeah. Do you need glasses, Sean?
What's that? I do need glasses. I just can't quite see what it says down there. It's too far away. But we still got that snow on the ridge line there. That looks like it's here to stay. Might actually get built up over the next few months as the temperatures are set to plummet here in the next few weeks. From what I've heard from people, they have had a very short summer this year, and autumn is well and truly here. I think you were speaking to
at the right time.
Yeah, you were speaking to that. Was he a fisherman or a farmer the other day that said he's seen this before and it's like part of its cycle, he says.
Yeah, They're very in tune with nature, the farmers and the fishermen here in New Zealand. They obviously really have to work it, but I think it's because they notice, because like the crop is like late by a couple of weeks or early by a couple of weeks than it normally is.
Yeah, and the fishermen monitor the weather a lot, don't they? They really have to.
Yeah, if you want to know whether you should go somewhere, just ask a fisherman, he'll tell you. Yeah,
they know. But now we're back on the 8. I think we've been on this road before, I'm not...
Yeah, this is the fast one, but the scenery is really beautiful.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It goes through this like rocky... we follow that big river as well, if I'm not mistaken. Big sweeping bends. So we've pulled off that main road now, and we're on a new road. This one we've not yet been on before, so it's very close to what we have ridden, but will take us a little bit more inland. And this is called the Moa Flats, and this is the Moa Flat Road, which is quite easy to remember. So it looks like it's going to take us up and over through there. It's quite barren here actually. It's like the land has been scorched, but the sun here is brutal, so I think if it doesn't rain for a bit, this is to be expected at this time of year here.
Yeah, we're on this road for quite a while, I think, as we head towards the west coast. We're really in the centre of the south at the moment, so it's heading very much west until we eventually arrive in Te Anau, but we're gaining some altitude now, so we should get some good views.
Yeah, we are, aren't we? You can see the landscape, quite rolling landscape here, as we left the dramatic mountains of Queenstown behind, but perhaps we might catch a glimpse of them again. As you say, we're getting quite high here. What's around this corner? This might give us a decent view. Still going.
Yeah, that sun is really hot today on your face.
It is, isn't it? It is 27 degrees still, so it is really warm with that sun. Seems quite a popular road, this one, actually. I thought it'd be empty. Quite a nice one, though. Again, that looks like the highest point over there.
Yeah. Gonna get a reveal?
Maybe a little one. Not
just
quite.
Some rolling hills.
Just generally nice, isn't it? It's amazing how much of the land here has not been built on. It's just land that's been left. It's great to see, isn't it?
Yeah. I do enjoy these inland stretches that we have where all you can see around you is the rolling hills.
It's a great road though, isn't it? There's a bonus one.
Not a speed camera in sight.
Not a speed camera in sight, and you can see where the road goes. It just keeps on going through here. Really nice. The odd patch of tar seal. Tar seal repairs. So we've been on the road now probably for an hour since we last checked in, and we've made it to the town of Lumsden. Now, Lumsden used to be a major railway hub with lines going in multiple directions, but in the 1980s, I think the demand for those lines dwindled and it was closed down, or at least the train station and the lines were. The train station is still there today, but it's a tourist information centre. And this road pretty much is the 6. From here you can carry on all the way to Queenstown, or as we're going to do, I think we're going to jump on the 94 and head to Te Anau, which is where we're going to base ourselves for the next couple of nights as we go and explore Milford Sound. But right now we are at the Foursquare supermarket. Em's popped in there to go and get us a few snacks and drinks, and I think we have another hour to go until we finally reach Te Anau, where we'll be staying in. I think it's like a motel slash campsite. We've got a little cabin there, so that's where we'll be staying tonight. I think we can cook there as well, but Te Anau has lots of options for restaurants and places to eat, as I think a lot of tourists stay there if they've got their own vehicle before they drive up the Milford Sound. Now the road to Milford Sound is pretty spectacular, so that's an event in itself. So tomorrow is going to actually be a really enjoyable day. A great bike ride up to the ferry or the cruise lines, and then a cruise around the Sounds, and then an evening, I think probably maybe a sunset ride back, because we've gone for the late afternoon one, because we told that the morning ones and the midday ones are mainly for the coach load, so they're going to be packed. There is one at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, takes about 2 hours, and that one is usually quieter because the coaches need some time to get people back to Queenstown. So we've opted for that one. So yeah, just going to stay here for about 10 or 15 minutes when Em comes out with the drinks and snacks, and then we'll make our way back to Te Anau on a road that we've already ridden, but got nicer weather today.
The four squares here in New Zealand are so fabulously stocked. You can buy anything you want basically wherever you are in these little towns. So I've grabbed Sean and I a couple of kombuchas. These are actually Australian. You can get New Zealand kombuchas and they're also really good, but they didn't have any available today. Some crackers and some hummus, which should keep us going for the next hour until we get to Te Anau, where hopefully we'll be able to find something for dinner. But it was just the perfect place to kind of like stop for a minute and enjoy the sun. The UV must be so high today, because as soon as the sun hits your skin you can almost feel it burning, so I'm glad I've got a long sleeve t-shirt on. But cute little place, Lumsden.
We've just left Lumsden and we're back on the 94. Te Anau is only 74 kilometers away from here, and those mountains that we enjoyed last time have just come back into view. Beautiful clouds, so I think we're in for a treat tomorrow as far as the weather is concerned. It's supposed to be really good for the next couple of days.
Yeah, it's been a nice ride, and I think if I remember correctly this road is also really nice before we get to Te Anau. I'm hoping we don't get there too late so we can hopefully enjoy a little bit of time down by the lake. That'd be a nice way to end today. We're staying at a campground tonight in a little cabin. Again, it's very hard to find accommodation here in Te Anau. There's loads of hotels, but they book up super quickly, so there's not a lot of room there. I don't think it's the biggest place, but it is a lot bigger than, where did we say the other day, Sean? Just south of Te Anau.
Something, wasn't Misaporo, something like that, wasn't it? That lake.
Where we went over to Doubtful Sound, but that's even smaller, that town. This
Manaporo.
Manapuri, that's the one.
Yeah.
And we did have, we didn't have really any restaurants other than one pub there, but I think Te Anau's got quite a few places you can grab dinner.
Right, I think you'll be proud, Em, that I have run the bike down to a 35 kilometre range without any panics.
I think there was a mild panic before.
You think there was a little mild panic?
But we're just on the outskirts of Te Anau now, but we want to fill up before we get to the hotel, just because we want to get off to Milford tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. We are just going to take a little ride next to the lake just to have a look, and then we'll circle back to the petrol station and fill up. But
every single motel we go past is no vacancy, no vacancy, no vacancy, no vacancy, no vacancy.
So I reckon with 35k left on the clock, there must be about 1.5 litres of fuel left in there, something like that. Oh, there's
wow.
There's those seaplanes that take off on the water.
You've been on one of them, haven't you?
I have, yeah. Funny experience. It's pretty beautiful
cool.
here, actually.
Wow.
It's funny, actually. This place pretty much exists for Milford Sound, I think.
Yeah, there's very limited. I think there's 2 hotels in Milford. Otherwise, you kind of have to stay here and do the ride or the drive up to Milford. There's a couple of restaurants along the front there that are quite busy.
Yeah, yeah, looks nice, doesn't it?
It's a lot bigger than I thought.
There's Real NZ, provider of all things tour.
Souvenir shop there as well.
What might take your fancy? Might get the patches you're missing.
Yeah, I'm missing a few. There's a pie shop there. That looks good.
It's quite a big place, actually.
Yeah, it's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Oh, there's a big cafe there. Maybe we can stop in the morning,
Yeah.
get some breakfast before we head to Milford. Now, we were told actually by Real NZ to, if we're self-driving, book the latest ferry, as it's nearly always not fully booked and has the most occupancy and least people on it, so it's the best one to book if you can drive there. But if you're going from like Queenstown and you need the coaches, they pretty much fully book out. So we have a afternoon cruise again on the fjord or the sound. Far away are we from the hotel, Sean?
3 kilometres.
Ah, okay.
So we might have to ride back tonight, otherwise that's quite a big return journey, isn't it, by foot? But we're just going to head back over there to the fuel station, and then we can head over to the place where we're staying. We can always pop back. It's only 6 o'clock now, so by the time we get checked in and come out again, should be good. Alright, I reckon I could get 28 in there. So with the 35 kilometre range left, it had 2 litres left in there. So it is a little bit conservative, which is good. So you've got a little bit more left in there than I think it lets on, but it keeps you on your toes nonetheless. Looks quite nice.
Yeah, it's really cute. Reception is that way. It's a little sign there. Reception that way. Down here.
It's quite a
We're
nice
in
campsite.
A cabin. It said they were fully booked online.
Yeah, the cabins will be, won't
Yeah,
they?
they're camping too.
Oh, right, okay.
Maybe people turn up a bit later.
Is this reception?
No,
No, yeah, it's just through there. Oh, it's like a maze.
It is.
Actually, this one was a good price, wasn't it? It was £50 a night here.
Yeah, 100 New Zealand dollars, so like 47, 46 pounds a night.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Which is good. I think, well, we looked at this area a couple of weeks ago and it was really expensive.
Extortionate.
So I think now we've just hit March that it's gone down a lot. So maybe
hope so.
February is the peak season.
Yeah, I mean, I checked for in a couple of weeks, like the end of March, April, and it was, again, dramatically more availability and cheaper. But in Te Anau, you're still averaging like 150 to 200 New Zealand dollars a night.
Yeah.
Which is why people take the caravans.
Yeah.
But the camping spots were, I think they were 35 New Zealand dollars.
Yeah.
But you didn't have access to anything. You had to like pay a tenner
extra
for this
to get
and
the
then a
kitchen
tenner for that, and I was a bit like,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's not worth it.
No, it's not worth it, is it? Yeah.
No. I will go and get our key for our cabin, Sean.
There you go.
Nice. So this is our little cabin for the next couple of nights.
Pretty basic, not a lot to show here really, but it'll certainly do the job. A nice view though, as a bonus.
Wow.
I wasn't expecting that view.
No, I wasn't either.
Kettle, toaster. I think there is a communal kitchen as well, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. And apparently all the water is drinkable here, which is good. And a great spot for Stormy.
Yeah, not bad at all. We've been travelling just with the top box today. Didn't need to bring the rest of our gear, so shows how light we can actually travel when we don't have all our equipment with us, which is pretty cool, really. We've still got a laptop in there, though. We've got space for one. So not such a big deal for the unpack tonight, Em.
No, I think we'll just take that top box off and head straight into town. And for everyone saying take off the GPS, we can't. The lock barrel is still completely destroyed.
Yeah, it's very much fixed on there. But I was actually thinking the other day, if it didn't have the GPS on and someone went for go with the TFT, now the TFT would be disastrous if that got broken, because you can't just go and pick one of them up. And I think they literally cost thousands to get a replacement one of them. But that we can live without, but that we can't.
No, and we've just put a little bit of tape on the seat for now. It'll do. It'll do. She'll be right.
We just got back from a restaurant called Ditto. Te Anau tonight is actually quite bustling, isn't it? We just stopped off and got some poke bowls, something light for tonight.
Yeah, it was really tasty. There's actually quite a lot of restaurants here. It really is kind of like the hub of Fiordland and the gateway, obviously, down to Manapuri Lake, and there's also the glowworm caves that you can do from here.
There's quite a few activities around here, and Real NZ will let you know all of the activities you can do here.
Yeah, there's also lots of tracks. You can do the Kepler track, the Rootburn track, the Milford track. There's so much to do here, so it really is a busy place. But dinner was really good, and we've come down for an evening stroll along the shores of Lake Te Anau, which is a pretty special lake. You can see behind us the mountains in the distance. But that's kind of it for today. It was a short, well, it wasn't that short actually, ride,
no,
was it?
It was quite a longish ride as well. I think we did about 3.5 hours of riding. Got to see a couple of new roads, which was good to see. Good to put another line on the map. But yeah, it was mostly just a transit day today to get here ready for tomorrow, because tomorrow's actually going to be a really enjoyable day. As I mentioned before, there is an awesome ride to Milford Sound itself. I'm not sure, it's going to be over an hour, I think, to get there. It's basically a pass road. It used to be a gravel track, but I believe it's all tarmac now, or tar seal, as they like to say here. But it's going to be spectacular anyway. And then when we've done the ride, we're going to jump on the boat and do a cruise of the Sound itself. So that's going to be great to see as well.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Milford Sound is obviously the top of pretty much everyone's itinerary for coming to see New Zealand. So I'm interested to see how spectacular it is comparatively with Doubtful Sound, because I was blown away by Doubtful Sound. So we're quite fortunate that we're going to get to do both of the sounds. So we'll see you all tomorrow as we have what I think might be one of the most iconic rides here in New Zealand to Doubtful Sound. Milford Sound. Milford Sound. We've done Doubtful Sound, and then head on to the ferry